Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Who's More Over. Now, you might say to yourself, what does over mean? I don't get it. It's not grammatically correct. Well, numbnuts, this is what it means. So listen, hear and listen well. I am a professional wrestler. We use wrestling lingo on the New Force Order podcast. And over is a term from wrestling. But before I go down that said rabbit hole, let me introduce myself. I am the Greek god Papadon, aka GGP, 1/3 of the New Force Order
for life.
We are a Star Wars podcast, and alongside with me, I have the distinct honor and pleasure of riding the galaxy with a toy collecting medical droid and a Sith Lord. Boys, let them know who you are real quick.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am the Dark Lord of the podcast, the Sith Ori, the Rampaging Reverend Kiss, the Butcher, your boy Spiro, a.k.a. Darth Spiridon.
And I am smarter than 2-1B, more technical than FX7, the God of Stealing Thunder, and the guy who's always over. Yeah. Dr. Destroyo, Alex Arroyo.
You got that saying backwards. You usually put the guys over.
I don't know my knee like you do.
Oh, baby, yes.
Oh, boy.
Spank me and call me Susan. Anyhow, ladies and gentlemen, enough shenanigans. Let me explain to you what over means. What we do here on the New Force Order, we compare two aspects in the Star Wars lore. And it could be a person, place, or thing. It doesn't really matter. And what we do is we ask you guys, who do you guys think, or what do you guys think is more over? Now, over, like I said, is a wrestling term. It means being popular among the masses. So when you're a good guy wrestler, you're labeled as a baby face. And when you're over as a baby face, the crowd loves you. And they'll spend a lot of scatol to come see you kick the crap out of the villain. Now, if you're the villain in wrestling, you're known as a heel. So when you're over as a heel, people loathe you. They detest you. They hate you. Very similar to how Doc does with his ex-wife, right? But they'll pay a lot of scatol to come see you get your ass kicked. So like I said, we don't put two aspects of Star Wars or two people or places or things in a proverbial fight. We compare two items, two people, two aspects of Star Wars culture. And we see what you guys think. We see what's more over with you. But most importantly, we see what's more over with us because our opinions count. Now, since the show has been on hiatus for 2 weeks, we haven't put anything out there for you ham and eggers to vote on or to interject your opinion. So we're going to compare two aspects from Star Wars, and we're just going to talk about it. And then we're going to jump into the email bag just to go through the emails over the last couple of weeks that we received and we didn't pay any mind to. So with that being said, Doc, let them know what we're comparing tonight.
This week, we are looking at two interesting artifacts of the Star Wars universe. Number one is going to be Chewbacca's Bowcaster versus, we're doing Han versus Chewie again this week. Han Solo's side piece, and no, not Princess Leia or that chick he banged in Maz Kanata's fucking little hut over there. His blaster, the DL-44.
Well, before we go any further, since we're gracing the NFO fandom with a lot of gems over the course of the new format, we have to enrich them with a Chewbacca sound effect from the Dark Sith Lord himself.
The best one ever.
Man, I knew that this was going to happen. Oh, man. All right. Here we go. Okay, and no, do not mistake this for a sound of a dying dog, all right? Here we go.
No, it's got a little bit better.
It's getting better, guys.
If you don't laugh at the end, it's not that bad. Well, listen, there's a story going out real quick, just to touch base on the Chewbacca soundbite. Some guy broke up with his girlfriend, took her phone, spread her number out to everybody, saying that he was going to do he's going to give away $100 to the winner. It happened in Australia. Who calls his chick up with the best Chewbacca impersonation, and she got calls out the wazoo of people calling her up all times of night trying to imitate Chewbacca. It's so funny. It made the news down in Australia.
Let me tell you, fantastic.
Yeah, it's goddamn tremendous. All right, so
wait a minute, guys. You know what? We actually have a gift for the fans. Not that they deserve it, but we actually have a clip of this happening, of these calls. Should we play it?
Sure, let's hear it.
All right, roll.
It's the Star Wars sequel we never saw coming. The tale of a Queensland woman, a bitter breakup, and at the centre of their galactic split, a Wookiee named Chewbacca.
This would be the most childish breakup I've ever had. Like, all he had to do was be mature and go, I don't love you anymore, I want to move on.
The calls have been waking her and her 3 young children up at odd hours in the evening, and they're yet to stop.
I won $500.
All right, so you heard it right there. You heard the Chewbacca's galore. It's Chewbacca Anonymous, but I don't think anyone got paid. Must have been an indie promoter who fucking booked that shit. Anyhow,
at least his roar is better than mine. I'll tell you that.
Oh, Helen Keller's roar is better than yours, brother.
I do not support that statement.
Oh man,
it's comedy. Calm down. Oh man, who she ever beat anyway? All right, so we're comparing Hans Blaster.
Her foot against the bed.
To Chewie's Bowcaster. So, Doc, why don't you go first? Which one did you like? Which one's more over for you?
As I sit here working on something special, I bought this in Comic-Con a couple of years ago. It is the official resin model kit that was built of Han Solo's blaster. I've been meaning to put it together for a long time. It's been sitting there.
The Nazi
It's got
gun.
a few pieces. Exactly. Basically, it is a Nazi gun. You're right. It's the Walter P38, right? Did they base it on that one, or is it the Ruger? I don't know. You know guns more than I do.
I want to say the Ruger.
German Cal 763 millimeters. Schoenfeller. I don't know what it says over there. There's something over there. But they did base it off of that. You are correct.
Do you guys know how you say virgin in German?
No.
Good and tight.
Good and tight. Okay, yeah, that works.
No?
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
Try the waitress. Tip the veal.
Tip the veal. So, Hans Blaster, super iconic. I mean, the second you see it, you know exactly who it belongs to, where it belongs to, and the damage it's done. I mean, from the very, very beginning, we saw him sneak it as he popped that little clip underneath the table at fucking the cantina and told Greedo, I bet you have. And then blasted him in the fucking face first to fucking fry that little bitch. So you already know hand was bad. He knew he was good with the gun. He was a good hand. And with Chewie's Bowcaster, it was there. I mean, it was an interesting weapon. It looked like a crossbow. It's cool. But we really didn't get to see its full potential. Its full power until The Force Awakens, when Han borrows it and blasts through 3 or 4 stormtroopers. And then he pops Kylo Ren and injures him. So this newbie Rey and this newbie Finn don't get killed by him at the end of the movie, which is all definitely a plot device and dragged out through that movie. So we can see how powerful that gun actually was. Look-wise, I think I like the Bowcaster better, but in the all-around, best in show, it's going to be, I'll take the side piece any day of Hans Blaster.
Side piece. Nice.
Sure.
Well, listen, man. Actually, it's the gun is based off a Mauser. I got that wrong. Listen, man. As a gun guy, I gotta tell you this, man.
I'm offended by that.
Of course, right? Cancel culture rules, but man, there's something about that Bowcaster and what it can do, man, that just, if it doesn't get you hard, then I don't know what the fuck else will. But
Spiro's like,
yeah, exactly. But it comes down to this. It comes down to the who shot first moment, man. That's like one of the most debated, one of the most spoken about moments in history, and it involves Han's fucking pistol. So it's like, man, I love that Bowcaster, but I gotta go with Han's pistol, man. I'm sorry, blaster.
Well, you guys make valid points, and in my opinion, Han always shot first. There's no debate. And if you want a valid, accurate, fact-checking scenario, ask Leia. She knows all about Han fucking shooting first.
Goosh.
But visually, the Bowcaster does look better. It looks more powerful, and fuck, man, Chewie was blasting those fucking First Order stormtroopers to Kingdom Come, and then fucking Han used it, and he goes, "Ooh, I like it." You know, like you've been with this guy for like umpteen years. It's the first time you shot the gun, like, well, whatever.
Still, it was a poppable moment, though.
Oh, of course, dude. Listen, Han Solo, one of the greatest characters in movie history, and Harrison Ford showed up for that movie and stole the show. So, absolutely. But, again, it's iconic, the Han's blaster. But I'm going to go with Chewie's Bowcaster because, you know, you see it. You know exactly where it's from. And granted, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but for me, I'm just going off the actual blaster itself and the Bowcaster, not the scenes of the movie that partook in it, but the actual power, the actual impact of the weapon that it had in the movies. To me, I think Han's character had more of an impact overall than his blaster. Same thing with Chewie, but I think Chewie's Bowcaster left a good impression. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you think of Chewie, you always think about that Bowcaster because no one else had one. Han had a blaster that was given to him by Beckett, which was cool. That whole scene was cool. But, again, you think of Han, you don't think about his blaster. You know, that's the first thing that comes to mind. You think about him.
Does.
Pop. You think about him being frozen in carbonite. You think about him being a smuggler, a scoundrel. You don't think about him being a good shot. You know, I mean, I know Greedo knows he's a good shot, and so does Beckett. But that's another story for another time. Oh yeah. So, but let's go to the emails now. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, you guys can send emails regarding any one of our shows. That's right. We drop a show every day here at the New Force Order. It could be about news topics for the main show. You want Spiro to touch on a topic on the butcher block so he can give his Sith-filled rage response. He'll do it. You could tell Doc, hey, Doc, I want you to review one of your toys or said toy that I want to give you. I know you have it in your collection because you have everything. Let me know the 411 on this toy. Right now I just aged myself. And then when we do Who's Moreover, we give you guys what the aspect is, what we're comparing. You can tell us who you guys like better. Send us an email. And from a certain point of view, that's going to be another show that drops this week. And we're going to talk about a certain aspect of Star Wars from different point of views. You guys want to chime in after we talk about it? Give us your 2 cents on that matter. You're more than welcome to. Or if you just want to tell us how awesome we are or how bad we are, let us know. We don't care. We just want to be interactive with you fans. Even though we can't stand you guys, we do this for you. And the email address, finally, after all that dribble, is newforceorder@yahoo.com. Spiro, what's the email address?
forcenewYahooOrder.com, I think. No, newforceorder@yahoo.com.
Doc?
I got it right.
newforceorder@aol/gmail.com.
Gmail. What the fuck?
All right, New Force Order.
And I said Gmail, not Shemail. You get your head of the.
That's what I heard, bro.
I heard Shemail too, bro. Now we know why you get all those toys.
Shemail. That's great.
So it's newforceorder@yahoo.com. So we're gonna go to the mailbag. Let's see. First one is from Todd Santiago.
Used to go into the ball bag, not the mailbag. So this is a treat for you.
Oh, Todd. He goes prequels versus sequels. We'll get to it, buddy. Hold your horses. Jesus Christ. The guy keeps bugging us about prequels versus sequels. We'll get to it. Anyhow. Todd Santiago, another email. Huh. Looks like he doesn't get laid. If weekly show is a pay-per-view, GGP use the $20 I sent you to cover me. I don't think so, buddy. I got spent. Tough shit.
Yeah, hold on. Wait. I want my fucking $8 out of that.
Why don't you go buy a coffee mug there? Anyway, next one's from Tim Gilby. Hey, NFO guys, this week I'm GGP to go over. Simply answer, happy birthday. Thanks, bud. My birthday passed, and he's wishing me a happy birthday, guys. P.S. Did you know Greeks invented birthdays? Yes, I did. And because we invented everything.
We invented everything, man. Jesus
All
Christ.
right. Next one, Todd Santiago. Doc versus the Butcher versus GGP. Doc and the Butcher. GGP is a jobber. Jabroni. Quitters are spitters. Listen, Todd, I don't know who you think you are. I don't know how over you think you are, but Sunshine, you're not over. You're calling me a jabroni, but you're sending me emails. You're sending Doc emails. You're sending the Butcher emails. So
Sending
if you're
you money.
You're sending us money, buying our shirts, buying our coffee mugs. So if I'm a jabroni,
thank you for that, by the way.
What does that make you?
Yes.
Besides a cunt. Anyhow.
Ooh.
Next one is from Helen.
That was the first cut of the show, by the way.
Helen Morgan. Okay, I have no idea. Okay, well, it's very general. It says, I said Helen Morgan, not Helen Keller.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, shit.
My greetings.
Hey, who turned out the lights? And why can't I hear myself?
Do you know why Helen Keller is such a bad driver?
Because she's blind.
No, because she's a woman. I'm just kidding, guys. Listen, you gotta bear with our old school comedy. We're not
man.
PC here. We're not snowflakes. Don't get offended. Yeah.
You want to laugh? A friend of mine actually used that excuse to get out of jury duty. He felt that he would be biased because he feels that women are the worst drivers, and they let him go home.
Good.
That's awesome, bro.
All right. So this is from Helen Morgan. My greetings. I am Helen Morgan. I wish to discuss something that will be of immense benefit to us.
I will that name.
You served my father in the Clone Wars.
I will be more detailed when I get a response from you. Best regards, Helen Morgan. Whatever. I have no idea what this chick wants. I'm not responding.
We got a mission and shit.
Yeah, we're on a mission.
You're our only hope, NFO.
Help me, NFO. You're my only hope. Well, you're screwed. So anyhow, so that's the emails, and that was who's more over. Guys, let them know where they can find you guys at.
Find me at Dr. DESTROYO. Ram Insta, Alex Arroyo, MD Twitter, Alex Arroyo Facebook.
Listen, go follow me on Instagram, Spiro_A. Follow me also on Instagram at Darth_Spiriton, Rational.Rage. That's my fucking podcast. It drops when it drops. Just fucking follow me. That's it.
All right. You can find me not answering Helen Morgan's email, but you can also follow me at GreekGodPapadon on Twitter, GreekGodPapadon Instagram, Demetrius Papadon on Facebook. Pro Wrestling Tees /Greek God Papadon is my pro wrestling tee store. Go buy a goddamn t-shirt, you cheap sons of bitches. Greek God Papadon is the YouTube channel. You can find all three of us collectively together at NFO_podcast on Twitter. New Force Order on Instagram. Official New Force Order on Facebook. newforceorder@yahoo.com is your email address for all your email needs. In our YouTube page, guess. If you won't guess what it is, it's New Force Order.
Oh,
so,
shit.
If you're watching this on YouTube or you're listening to the podcast, do yourself the favor. Go to YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube page, hit the notification bell, like all the videos, comment, have a good laugh at our old school non-PC comedy. And until next time, remember this here, sunshine. You think you're over, but you're not over like the NFO.